This is Mike Dodson, and I'm going to be interviewing him today on his experience with cancer. So what were the events that led to doctors finding your cancer?
Well, I had an episode of what I later learned was called transient global amnesia, which basically meant I had amnesia for a period of about an hour. So I didn't know what day it was, I didn't know what time it was, I didn't know where I was or anything that was happening around me. And that turned out to be a harmless thing. But it was scary, it was a little frightening, and so I went to the doctor to get checked to see, what was going on. And they told me that it was this thing called transient global amnesia, and nothing to worry about. But at the same time, they did some blood tests, and the blood test revealed something that was a little suspicious, and so they asked me to then go get some more follow-up tests done, and after multiple tests, then I got the diagnosis that I had cancer.
How did you remain positive throughout this experience?
I think it was a combination of just interactions with family and friends, doing things that were meaningful to me, even simple things. I love music, and so playing music, listening to music. Religious devotion is important to me, so praying and reading scriptures, things like that helped. But in addition to all those things, just being around friends and family, was definitely a really helpful part.
What advice would you give to someone else to stay resilient and positive in a difficult situation?
Really, that I would really focus on for advice. First is the importance of staying positive. And then the second is maybe a little bit about the how. One of the things that I did as I was learning and researching was just did a lot of reading about how our bodies heal, and everything I read reinforced that there's a lot of good behaviors, a lot of good natural behaviors in your body are stimulated by positive thinking, excuse me, and positive attitude, by eating well, by getting sleep, and just taking a very positive approach to life, and so just understanding the importance of that. Well, that was so that's one piece of advice I would give to anybody, is just your attitude can make an enormous difference in your recovery. The second piece, just in terms of how you stay positive, I think life is probably always too big to take on all at once.
Yeah.
But especially when you're dealing with something like cancer. And so just breaking it down into a day. Every day you get up, and you just have to be grateful that you have one more day. And just do everything you can to make that day represent the kind of life that you want every day to look like. And it's a lot more manageable, at least for me, if I focus on one day.